Foodelicious!
The greatest beverage known to man, alcohol. We bring you the best side dishes for your favorite drinks. Join us now as we enter the savory world of drinks and the foods that match them best.
Crunchy Kimchi offers various kimchi recipes. Today we will make Kimchi Roll Gratin, topped with soft mozzarella cheese and baked warm in an oven.
Dishes that enhance flavor by adding style and taste. On today's segment, we'll provide you with tips to add spark to your table.
Alcohol and friends, they seem to get better with time. It's like when you're with your friends, you want to have a drink. And when you're having a drink, you want to hang out with your friends. It seems like the two are pretty inseparable. I mean, when you're having a drink, you can be more candid, you can be comfortable, and a little bit intimate. It's like as if I'm under a magic spell. Yeah, I guess I'm under a magic spell right now. Well, we're gonna take a look at alcohol's best friend, the side dish, while I enjoy this drink.
A beverage category that has captivated all parts of the world. Alcohol. From soju, wine, to whiskey. The tastes are vastly diverse. And the side dishes that bring out the flavor of these drinks are also limitless. Here we will show you the perfect match for your favorite drink.
Can you smell the sweetness in the air? The home of today's first drink is a French vineyard. Can you guess what sort of drink is made from grapes? Wine. It's the aristocrat of drinks and one that has become synonymous with grace and style around the world. The French love it so much they call it a gift from God. People have wine with their meals and there is a reason for this.
처음 식사를 시작할 때부터 그 식사가 끝날 때까지 계속 입안을 그 헹궈주는 역할을 하면서 그 입안에 그 침을 더 돋궈줘서 음식의 맛을 더 땡겨주는 역할을 하는 게 와인이라고 볼 수가 있습니다.
When people drink wine with their meal, it increases their appetite. That's because wine contains acidic properties and tannins, which help stimulate our taste buds and the secretion of gastric juice.
However, ordinary alcoholic beverages like beer and sake dull the taste buds, so you should actually refrain from drinking them while eating. They may be alcohol, but they're made of different ingredients than those found in wine. The main ingredient for wine is grapes. Grapes are crushed, fermented, filtered, and then fermented once more. On the other hand, beer, also called liquefied bread, is made of barley hops. They are brewed and fermented to create a bitter flavor. Sake, a traditional Japanese alcoholic beverage, is made by steaming rice, fermenting it, and straining it to create its characteristic clean aftertaste.
Just thinking about it makes me feel tipsy. And if you were to choose wine out of all these beverages, we recommend you dine on some Chateaubriand.
프랑스 요리 중에서 가장 고급 요리로 선택된 부분이고요. 세 고기 중에서 가장 부드러운 안심 부분을 골라서 요리한 스테이크 종류입니다.
Chateaubriand is made from the choicest tenderloin, and only 300 to 400 grams of it is found in a single cow. Cook the meat over a hot fire so that its natural juices are locked in. In a separate pan, cook vegetables like potatoes and mushrooms. Place it all on a plate in tasteful layers with sauce. As it almost melts in the mouth, customers fall in love with the steak in one bite. Chateaubriand is a French delicacy that is hard to find. A glass of sweet wine with Chateaubriand will liven up the taste buds. The combination is too good to describe.
서로 상호 보완돼가지고 이렇게 상승작용을 일으킨다 그럴까요? 되게 맛있어지는 것 같아요. 그냥 맨입으로 먹은 거랑 와인 한 잔 먹고 난 거랑 되게 차이가 나는 것 같아요.
스테이크하고 먹었을 때 좀 굉장히 스테이크 맛 자체를 굉장히 이제 감싸주면서 음식하고 잘 맞는 것 같습니다.
In the Czech Republic, there's an alcoholic beverage that is just as popular as wine. Boasting an 800-year-old history, it is Czech beer. When it comes to beer, people usually think of Germany, but the Czech Republic is actually the world's #1 consumer of beer, almost equaling statistics from the beer country, Germany. They believe that the foam is the soul of beer. That is why their beer has thick, long-lasting foam.
So, how does it taste?
사람하고 좀 색다르고요. 그래서 참 좋네요.
Yeah, it's very good beer. Certainly the best beer in Seoul that I've had. That's for sure.
Does it matter what foods you eat with this type of beer? Czechs have their own dishes that go great with beer. Beef goulash is a traditional Czech dish. Beef is boiled in spicy seasoning and cooked in a pan with vegetables such as mushrooms and paprika. This dish is a longtime favorite among the people of the Czech Republic.
체코 사람은 서민적으로 대중적으로 자주 해먹는 요리가 비프 굴라시인데 가장 보통적이면서 서민들이 자주 해먹는 요리입니다.
The taste of beef goulash and Czech beer create perfect harmony. This dish always calls for a nice glass of beer. Beef goulash fills the emptiness that comes with drinking just beer. It's so good, anyone that tries it will be 100% satisfied.
매콤한 맛과 함께 씹을 때마다 진한 맛이 느껴져서 참 맛있어요.
However, it's not all about taste. All aspects of flavors and nutrients should be balanced if you want a genuine blend of food and alcohol. What types of alcohol go well with food?
First, the dry taste of wine caused by polyphenols and tannins helps eliminate the greasiness of steaks for a clean taste. Beer also goes well with beef. The refreshing feel of carbonation and bitter taste of hops also lessens the greasiness of beef. Japanese ode, made of pureed then steamed fish, is a perfect match for sake.
술의 안주가 되려면 제일 중요한 게 단백질이 많은 걸 잡수셔야 되는데 왜냐하면 술에는 거의 단백질이 없거든요. 그래서 맥주에는 비프로 만든 숲 같은 게 있습니다. 그거 단백질이죠. 그 다음에 포도주에는 스테이크를 먹는데 그건 역시 단백질이고 그 다음에 일반 사케 마실 때는 오뎅국이라고 해서 오뎅을 먹는데 그것도 생선 단백질이죠. 그러니까 술에 부족한 단백질을 보충한다는 의미에서 궁합을 잘 맞춘 건데.
Let's cross the ocean to the island country of Japan. Surrounded by the ocean, Japan's traditional alcoholic beverage is enjoyed with pureed and steamed fish cake called odeng. Its brilliant colors certainly look appetizing. After a broth is made with turnip and kelp, odeng is added and boiled, then served right off the stove called the Japanese Kansai Oden Nabe. The hot but light oden soup helps you relax and is one of the best Japanese dishes.
So, what type of alcoholic beverage goes well with Japanese food?
Traditional Japanese sake. First enjoyed by Japanese royalty 2,000 years ago, sake is clear and colorless with a hidden aroma and taste that's considered one of the best among drinks. With great food and good friends to share it with, sake is nothing less than a taste of heaven.
소주나 맥주 이런 것보다는 좀 독특한 향기가 나면서 부드럽고 하여튼 뒷맛이 좋았습니다.
텁텁하지 않고 깔끔한 맛이 있어요. 먹고 나서도 해장하는 기분이 드네요.
But what does it mean when they say kanpai before they drink?
Oh, it's a Japanese word that means cheers to finish off the drink.
In the Czech Republic, they raise their glasses and say "Na zdraví," meaning to good health.
In France, they drink to each other's health and attainment of one's wishes by saying,
You may wonder how a drink can make food more special, but it definitely renders any dining experience more special.
술과 안주는요 한마디로 얘기하면 바늘과 실의 관계이죠. 실 없는 바늘은 의미가 없듯이 바늘 없는 실도 의미가 없듯이 이 술과 안주가 잘 어울려야만이 술도 살고 안주도 살죠.
The first step in deciding to enjoy alcohol is choosing what kind, and then, of course, selecting your food. What will you drink and eat today?
When I'm having drinks with my Korean friends, there's a few drinking customs that come to mind that are pretty cool. One of them is when you're receiving a drink from somebody older than you, you receive it with two hands out there. It's pretty polite. The other one is the amount of alcohol you drink at once. You don't just sip by sip, you intake the entire thing. They call it one shot. And let me tell you, I've experienced this a few times and I've had some difficult mornings, and all those times I had to go out and get some good soup to take care of my headache. All right, let's move on to crunchy kimchi and see what kind of kimchi recipes they're gonna have for us today.
Kimchi is one of the world's best fermented foods. It contains 4 times the amount of probiotic bacteria as yogurt. Kimchi is one of the healthiest foods and is rich in vitamins, fiber, and lactic acid bacteria.
여러분은 지금 누군가 좋은 시간 보내고 계시나요? 저는 요 모짜렐라 치즈를 보니까 이 치즈를 굉장히 좋아했던 제 친구 하나가 생각이 나는데요. 그 친구는 저만 보면 치즈로 맨날 맛있는 거 해달라고 항상 졸랐던 기억이 나거든요. 저는 오늘 그 친구를 위해서 그 친구를 생각하면서 크런치 김치 요리 한번 시작해 볼까 합니다.
With crunchy kimchi, we make eating and cooking fun. Now it's time to make delicious and nutritious kimchi. Let's look at today's ingredients. Perfectly fermented spicy kimchi. Onion, potatoes, and bacon define the flavor of today's dish. Fresh milk is used to blend it all together. You also need macaroni, butter, and seasoning like grated Parmesan. A savory aroma fills the entire house. Soft mozzarella cheese baked in the oven combined with sour kimchi. Let's start making the spicy and savory kimchi roll gratin.
오늘 그라탕 재료 중에 하나인 바로 감자인데요. 감자를 저는 껍질을 까서 준비를 했거든요. 요거를 잘게 썰어서 준비를 해볼게요.
First, chop the potatoes into thick pieces that can be easily rolled. Next, add a dash of salt to boiling water. Then, add the potatoes and boil for 10 to 15 minutes.
감자가 아주 따끈따끈하고 그리고 폭신폭신하게 잘 삶아졌거든요. 요대로 먹어도 맛있겠지만 조금만 참으시고 맛있는 그라탕을 위해서 다음에는 마카로니를 한번 손질을 해보도록 할게요. 마카로니는 똑같이 끓는 물에다가 약간의 소금과 올리브 오일을 두르고 삶아보도록 할게요.
Add 1 teaspoon of olive oil to boiling water that's been seasoned with salt, and then add macaroni. Drain the fully cooked macaroni and sprinkle in some olive oil so that the pasta pieces do not stick to each other. Next, chop onions and bacon to add into the kimchi roll.
저는 양파와 이 베이컨 두 가지를 적당한 사이즈 한 입 크기로 한번 썰어서 이렇게 준비를 해봤고요. 크런치 김치의 주인공은 단연 김치겠죠. 김치는 제가 한 장씩 이렇게 큰 잎만 이렇게 따서 준비를 했는데요. 요거를 다 쓰는 것이냐? 아니고요. 저는 돌돌 있다가 말 거기 때문에 두꺼운 요 줄기 부분은 약간 도려내고 이렇게 얇고 하늘하늘한 요 김치 잎부분만 사용을 해보도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 재료 중에 김치하고 모짜렐라 치즈 두 가지가 들어가잖아요. 그 두 가지의 공통점 뭔지 혹시 떠오르는 거 있으세요? 바로 발효 음식이라는 건데요. 발효 음식 하면 또 떠오르는 거 유산균이겠죠?
Kimchi's characteristic sour flavor, which is a trait of fermented food, and its abundance of nutrients make it irresistible to many people. The most important factor that gives kimchi its sour taste and aroma, as well as all its nutrients, is probiotic bacteria. Kimchi contains leuconostoc and lactobacillus, which is a good source of fiber and destroys harmful bacteria. In addition to kimchi, there is natto from Japan, which is made from fermented beans, not to mention cheese made from protein-enriched milk. These are some of the most popular fermented foods rich in probiotic bacteria. Sour probiotic bacteria and fermentation enhance the flavor and nutritiousness of kimchi. The next time you eat kimchi, think about all the probiotic bacteria that it contains and enjoy a tastier, healthier meal.
오늘의 김치롤 그라탕, 동서양의 유산균이 만나서 소화 걱정은 없을 것 같죠? 자, 그 다음 순서로는 오늘 김치롤 그라탕의 핵심 포인트죠. 바로 김치 베사멜 소스를 만들어 볼 차례인데요. 이렇게 달궈진 팬에 밀가루와 버터를 한번 볶는 루 과정을 한번 밟아보도록 할게요. 제일 먼저 이렇게 버터를 한 큰술 정도 이렇게 넣어주시고요. 버터가 잘 녹게 되면 여기에다가 밀가루 한 큰술 정도 1:1 동량으로 넣고 타지 않도록 화이트 룰을 만들어주세요.
Add milk to slightly cooked white roux and mix well. Be sure to add milk in small amounts so that the flour doesn't clump together. Once the milk and roux have been thoroughly mixed together, add strained kimchi juice, grated Parmesan, sugar, and pepper and boil it just a little bit to create kimchi bechamel sauce.
매콤하고 아주 고소한 그 김치 베사멜 소스가 완성이 됐고요. 지금부터는 아까 썰어놨던 양파와 베이컨을 한번 볶아보도록 하겠습니다. 양파하고 베이컨이 있는데요. 베이컨에 따로 올리브오일이나 버터를 사용하지 않고 저는 이 베이컨의 기름으로 그대로 양파를 아삭아삭하게 한번 볶아보도록 할게요.
First, fry the bacon in a hot frying pan. When the bacon starts to cook and greases emitted, add the chopped onions and fry them so that they still retain their texture.
양파가 이렇게 투명할 정도로 익으면 다 익은 거거든요. 그쪽으로 가서 한번 그릇에 덜어보고 지금부터 본격적으로 김치 롤을 한번 만들어 보도록 하겠습니다. 이렇게 접시에다가 좀 한 김 나가게끔 식혀서 주시고요. 김치는 제가 아까 이파리 부분을 준비를 했잖아요. 이 이파리 부분은 두껍지가 않아서 따로 익히실 필요가 없거든요. 지금부터 한번 롤들 말아보도록 하겠습니다. 여기에다가 아까 준비했었던 마카로니, 그리고 감자, 그리고 여기에 있는 뜨거우니까 젓가락으로 해볼게요. 양파와 베이컨을 조금씩 넣으시고요. 김치 롤을 돌돌 한번 말아봐 주세요.
Carefully roll the kimchi roll so that it does not come apart. Place the kimchi roll with the open side down to prevent it from coming apart.
예쁘게 말아진 김치롤을 그라탕 용기에 넣으시고요. 그 다음에는 바로 아까 만들어 놓던 김치 베사멜 소스를 여기다가 골고루 뿌려보도록 할게요.
Pour kimchi bechamel sauce over the finished roll and evenly place thinly sliced mozzarella cheese over the roll. Then sprinkle chopped parsley for a finished look. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius and bake for 10 to 15 minutes until the cheese is golden brown.
진짜 맛있게 익은 것 같다. 오, 기분 너무 좋은데? 보세요. 치즈 노릇노릇하게 정말 잘 구워진 것 같죠? 정말 맛있어 보이지 않나요? 우와!
Golden brown mozzarella cheese and spicy kimchi rolls. This kimchi roll will fill your mouth with the savory flavor of cheese. Soft mozzarella cheese and smooth kimchi bechamel sauce make this kimchi roll gratin irresistible.
재료를 준비하고 썰고 굽고 하는 과정들은 바로 요 손이야지만 이 손을 분주하게 움직이는 건 바로 맛있게 먹어줄 사람을 위한 마음이라는 생각이 드는데요. 오늘 저녁 맛있게 먹어줄 그 사람의 얼굴을 떠올리면서 오븐에 구운 따뜻한 그라탕 요리 한번 준비해보시는 건 어떨까요?
Crunchy Kimchi offers various kimchi recipes and is a fully satisfying and delicious segment. Kimchi recipes that are fun to learn about and fun to eat. Come back next time for more recipes.
The harmony between kimchi and cheese is amazing. They just go well together. I sometimes make this kimchi cheese pizza for my friends when they come over to my house. On top of the basic ingredients, I mince up some kimchi, I put some mozzarella cheese on it, and you've got a delicious kimchi pizza. If you've never had one, especially you ladies out there, you're more than welcome to come over. Next, we're gonna take a look at something that makes our eyes and our lips happy. Style and taste. We're gonna take a look at all the serving dishes around the world.
There are various ways to make a dish more delicious. Carefully select fresh vegetables and have a dedicated heart while cooking. Taste can also be affected by the person you're dining with, not to mention the presentation of the meal and the dishes used. Let's begin the process of infusing your dining table with style and taste. At this restaurant, frequented often by connoisseurs, there are two hidden treasures. Only organic spices and seasonings are used to bring out the true taste of foods. When it comes to natural cleansing, even a water glass is cleansed using charcoal. One of the treasures of this restaurant is the chef, who attracts plenty of gourmets. She has dedicated her life to cooking delicious food. This restaurant's other treasure is a bowl that carries the scent of nature. Although it may be rough, it holds the warmth of the earth and the color of an Eastern painting, both of which enhance one's appetite.
저희가 아주 정성스럽고 맛깔스럽게 만든 음식을 정말 귀중한 그릇에 내무로 해서 더욱 더 음식이 빛을 발하는 그런 특징을 보이고 있습니다.
The owner of the restaurant has even made an earthenware gallery in one corner, which stresses her emphasis on bowls and dishes. This particular type of earthenware, called onggi, is famous in Jeollado province, and she has handpicked them all. Her father-in-law is a craftsman here. While eating food on these dishes, it is almost as if you can feel the effort once put into making the earthenware before a hot fire. The clean and tidy taste of the chef's food, combined with the earthenware made passionately by her father-in-law, make for great harmony. For customers, dining here is pure enjoyment.
각자 그 음식마다 다 요리마다 틀린 것 같아요, 그릇이. 그래서 좀 더 재밌고 모시조기를 먹었는데 굉장히 시원하다는 느낌이 더 드는 게 이 청자빛하고 더 잘 어울려서 그런 거 아닌가 하는 생각도 했었어요.
차질 없이 준비하겠습니다.
Earthenware, which first appeared at the dawn of civilization, has progressed from being food containers to accessories that decorate the dining table. Dining is a sacred ceremony of survival in both the East and West, and a beautiful culture that is pleasing to the eye. As a tool that comes in direct contact with food, earthenware is important because it has a direct influence on taste and freshness. The beauty of earthenware is also valued as a work of art. That is why proud collectors will even lose sleep over a new line of unique earthenware. There are also trends in earthenware. Remember the global fondness for environmentally friendly products, which began a few years ago? This definitely affects earthenware.
웰빙 붐을 타고 일어나서 플라워 패턴의 자연스러운 그런 자연물 위주의 패턴과 컬러 또한 파스텔 톤이 아무래도 플라워와 잘 어울려서 고객님께서 많이 선호하시는 편이에요.
White tableware that coincides with environmental trends like flower patterns come in various shapes and sizes, receiving unrelenting support from fans. Colorful tableware with fresh natural designs has the advantage of making food look healthier. It's also an attractive purchase for young collectors. However, if manufactured products just aren't good enough, how about making your own earthenware? Handmade earthenware is softer because it's made of clay. It's more charming because of its rough shape, and it gives off a feeling of familiarity because it's made by hand. Making your own one-of-a-kind earthenware is not as hard as you think.
흙을 처음 만드시면 그 부드럽고 매끄러운 질감에 처음부터 재밌게 시작하실 수도 있고 한두 작품만 완성시켜 보시면 그 다음부터는 좀 응용해서 자기가 하고 싶은 모양이든지 얼마든지 만드실 수 있습니다.
First, we'll make a rice bowl, which is a small bowl. Flatten a clay tablet of even thickness and cut it into a circle with a diameter of 18 centimeters. Then, place it onto a spinning wheel and create a rounded shape while spinning. Then place this over a rounded object to mold the round, concave shape of the rice bowl. Take it off the mold, bake it in a kiln, and dip it in glaze for color. Bake it once more in the kiln, and you're done. You've now got a Zen-style rice bowl with a smooth black finish and simple design. Now let's create a dessert bowl with more style. Carve out a pattern with a small knife. Or draw a picture on the inside of the bowl. Now you've created a unique bowl that's as soft as cake and as sweet as ice cream. What if you were to add some personal style to a pretty bowl like this? Food stylist An Ji-yeon believes that you should focus on earthenware as much as you would on food. And here are some of her table setting ideas.
이런 흰 접시는 가정에서 누구나 흔히 갖고 있는 그런 접시인데요. 이렇게 자칫하면 단조롭고 밋밋한 접시가 러너나 매트 등의 다양한 소재를 이용하시면 좀 더 화사하고 분위기 있는 식탁을 연출할 수 있거든요.
For example, during the vibrant season of spring, add some life to the dining table with a colorful table setting. In the summer, beat the heat with tableware that boasts cool ocean blues or garden fresh greens. And in the winter, set the table with elegant and classy shades of gold. Also for plain white earthenware, add a special touch by using green leaves. Place big leaves in between plates of different sizes, or use a long leaf and wrap it around a cup, like a strip of tape. This will give your table a natural look.
이렇게 각각 모양이 다른 투명한 유리컵과 유리볼에 이런 색 테이프를 이용해서 통일감을 줘볼게요.
Stick on layers of thin colored tape horizontally or vertically, and it will look like a set of glass cups or bowls of different shapes. Even add a floating candle to the table for a sensual and romantic atmosphere. Use colors or patterns to match earthenware that has been purchased separately to give them a unified look. Food and earthenware have a long and close relationship of making up for each other's weaknesses and nurturing each other's strengths. Helping food look and taste more delicious, earthenware brings beauty not only to our tables, but to our lives.
I once heard of this Indian saying, always be thankful for your food, even if it's for a short time before you eat. How much are we thankful for our meals in the first place? It gives us time to enjoy with our loved ones. It offers us great conversation. Not to mention, it fills up our bellies. It gives me the energy to stand in front of you right here today. Don't you think we take our food for granted? All right, at your next meal, let's try, before we grab our utensils, to be thankful for it. Like, thank you, food. That only took a second.